So we've got 3 new updates on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, 2 are great and 1 not so much. Let's get into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So let's start with some good news. If there's one word that sums up Samsung's 2025 strategy, it's thinness. Seriously, Samsung went all in on slim phone design this year. We saw it across the S25 series. They dropped their thinnest flagship ever, the S25 Edge, and their upcoming foldables are set to break records for the thinnest foldables ever made. So does this obsession with thinness continue into 2026? Well, absolutely. Ice Universe just revealed that Samsung is doubling down on this trend with the S26 lineup. According to him, the Galaxy S26 Ultra will slim down even further. He says it will be around 7.x millimeters thick. For reference, the S25 Ultra was 8.2 mm, and the S24 Ultra was 8.6 mm. We don't know what the X is yet, but clearly it's a noticeable drop. And it's not just the Ultra, but the regular S26 and S26 Plus are reportedly coming in at around 6.x mm. That's already impressive, but it gets better. The camera lenses are slimming down too. The Elect report said the S26 series will feature thinner camera lenses across the board. That means all the models, including the Edge, will have slightly less lens protrusion compared to the S25 series. Sure, the difference might be subtle, especially since the phones themselves are getting thinner, but hey, less camera bump is always a win. Now, how exactly is Samsung pulling this off without packing battery life? Well, rumors suggest Samsung is finally ready to roll out silicon-carbon batteries. They're more energy-dense, meaning they can pack more power into a smaller size. Now, look, I'm all for a slim phone. The S26 lineup is probably gonna feel great in the hand. But if Samsung uses these fancy new batteries just to keep the same capacity, that's gonna be a problem. Nobody, and I mean nobody's out here asking for a 1 mm slimmer phone at the cost of battery improvements. Chinese brands are already throwing 6,000, even 7,000 mAh batteries into their flagships. If Samsung sticks to 5,000, it's gonna feel outdated real quick. So hopefully we're not just getting slimmer phones, but better batteries too. Alright, time for the not-so-great news. Ice Universe also shared that the S26 Ultra is getting a new 3x telephoto camera. It will feature a larger sensor and a small megapixel bump going from 10 to 12 megapixels. That means slightly sharper photos and better low-light performance compared to the S25 Ultra. Sounds like a win, right? Well, not if you've been following the earlier rumors. There were whispers that Samsung was working on a 200 megapixel telephoto sensor with 4x zoom. The idea was to combine the current 3x and 5x lenses into one super zoom module. It sounded ambitious and very promising. But Ice Universe now says that's not happening. And the reason? Money. Samsung Semiconductor Division, the one behind Exynos, has been bleeding cash. With Exynos underperforming and the chip business in the red, the mobile division was basically been told to cut costs and help carry the burden, which means no wild camera experiments this year. And honestly, that's a bummer. That 200 megapixel telephoto could have been a huge leap forward. Chinese OEMs are already using similar setups with fantastic results. And this was Samsung's shot to take back the zoom crown from brands like Vivo and Xiaomi. But instead, they're playing it safe. Now, to be fair, the 12 megapixel 3x sensor should still be an upgrade, but it's like expecting a top-shelf meal and getting a decent lunch special. You'll eat it, sure, but it's not what you came for. And just to clarify, this 12 megapixel 3x lens is coming to all S26 models, not just the Ultra. Now, let's talk about the base model. According to Galaxy Club, one of the most accurate Samsung leakers, the base S26 is finally getting a main camera upgrade. Resolution stays at 50 megapixels, but it's a brand new sensor from the ISOCELL GN series. Which exact one? Still unclear. Galaxy Club said Samsung will reveal it officially in the coming months. Interestingly, they didn't mention the S26 Plus. And that might be because there's still uncertainty about whether it's even happening. Samsung is reportedly considering replacing the Plus model with the S26 Edge, provided the S25 Edge performs well. But so far, the Edge isn't selling as well as Samsung hoped, so for now the Plus is probably sticking around. Anyway, Samsung's already started piecing the Z Fold 7 and its ridiculously thin design. You can check out that video right here, and I'll see you there.